Hello, today we're going to talk about the Avalon Fletching Jig, how to set it up and how to fletch an arrow using it. So straight out of the box it is set up for recurve. You can set up for compound, but we'll show you how to do that in a little while. So the first thing we need to do with the fletching jig is align the left-right adjustment using these two screws. So we're going to take the clamp off for a second. We're going to put our arrow shaft in like so. Then going to attach the clamp to the magnet and push it down onto the shaft. So as we can see, it's a long way over to the right hand side. What we need to do is move it that way. So if we undo the two little adjustment screws on the magnet here, 1 and 2, we'll push the clamp over so it sits in the middle of the arrow, like so. We're then going to tighten the screws up. Don't over tighten the screws because the magnet is held in by a plastic casing. If you over tighten the screws you can crack the casing, meaning your fletching jig's fairly useless. So just gently nip it, and the same with the top one. Next thing we need to do is find out where we need to put our fletching. If you've got an arrow already, this is the best way to do it. If you haven't, then you want to put the base of the fletching an inch away from the inside of the nock, so an inch away from here. If you've already got arrows, you need to follow these steps so that you make it exactly the same as your current set. So to make it the same as my current set, I'm going to click the arrow that I've already got in here. I'm then going to put the clamp against the magnet, so it's against the locator peg at the bottom here, and then we're going to have a quick look to see which line it is that it lines up with, which is this second big line here. You can draw on the jig if you want to, it makes it nice and easy for next time you fletch. I certainly draw on all of my jigs, so it makes it repeatable and you don't have to worry about doing this every time you make arrows. So what we're going to do is put our fletching in on the second big line like we just decided, like so. So the bottom of the vein is in line with that line. We're then going to get our glue, and I'm using AAE Max Bond, which is an instant set glue. So we're going to put a tiny little dab at the top, a dab in the middle, and a dab at the bottom. You can put too much glue on, so be careful. Then just join the 3 dabs together using the nozzle, like so. Then we're going to click it onto the magnet. I'm going to push it down onto this locator here, and then gently push it onto the shaft. Leave it for a few seconds and the glue will dry. So we've left it for about 5 to 10 seconds. We're then going to take the clamp off, like so. Then if we turn this clever little locator at the bottom, it will spin and click into position, ready for our next fletching. What we're going to do now is get the black veins out, and we're then going to put, again, in line with that second big line, and we're going to get our glue. Again, little dab at the top, little dab in the middle, little dab at the bottom. Join those 3 dabs together, and then on the base, on the magnet, and then gently we're going to push like so, and again leave for 5 to 10 seconds. Take the clamp off, again rotating this bottom locator, it will click into the final position. And for the last time on this arrow, we're going to put the vein in, like so, again in line with the second big line. And then dab at the top, dab at the middle, dab at the bottom. Join those 3 dabs together. And then again on the magnet, on the base, and very, very gently push onto the arrow. Again, leave for 5 to 10 seconds, undo the clamp, take it off, and there we have our nice neatly fletched new arrow. As you can see, our cock fletching is at 90 degrees to where the string would sit, so that's perfect for a recurve. Now on a compound you want it the opposite way around, so you want your cock fletching in line with the string. So what we're going to do is just quickly show you how to do that. Really simply, we undo the little brass nut here. So as you can see, currently the cock fletching position is at 90 degrees to the nock locator. So what we're going to do is twist that round like so, so that when we do this, screw up and lock it down, and then push that back down, do that up a little bit, not over tight, otherwise you won't be able to turn it. As we turn the locator around, the fletchings are going to be, so the cock fletching points up or down for compound. So overall, a really good fletching jig from Avalon. Simple and easy to use. The only criticism I can make of it is the magnet is incredibly strong, but that can be a good thing when you're learning to fletch, as it means you're going to be a lot more consistent. Available online or in store today.